Welcome to the channel Ginger Ninja's Movie Reviews. I am the Ginger Ninja and these are my movie reviews. If you're new to the channel, thank you very much for tuning in, stopping by and checking it out. It truly is appreciated. And for my returning viewers, your continued support again is very appreciated. So thank you. Now, this month we're going to be looking at one of my favourite filmmakers of all time, John Carpenter. And I've selected 4 films that I'm going to look at that I feel don't get talked about enough. And we're going to kick it off with this one here, Escape From L.A. This is my Blu-ray copy here. Now, it is a very bare bones, no frills, no special features Blu-ray. However, it does have a fantastic theatrical trailer, which I highly recommend checking it out. If I can find it online, I will pop it. I'll pop the link to it down below, so check that out. Now, this film stars Kurt Russell, Steve Buscemi, Stacy Keach, Michelle Forbes, Cliff Robertson, Peter Fonda, Pam Grier, and many, many more, including a cameo from none other than Bruce Campbell. So, with this film, I will be discussing plot specifics and spoilers. So, if you have not seen this film, or the original Escape from New York, I highly recommend you go check them out, and then come back and watch this. So, as a sequel to the cult classic Escape from New York, this movie sees the return of Kurt Russell as the iconic Snakeplissken. Set in a dystopian future where Los Angeles has been turned into a massive, lawless deportation zone / prison following a devastating earthquake, Snakeplissken is once again forced into a dangerous mission to retrieve a doomsday device that's fallen into the wrong hands. So yeah, that might sound a little familiar, and you're not wrong. So, the cast, well, let's kick it off with Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell embodies the gruff and cynical anti-hero Snakeplissken, and he delivers his line with a perfect mix of sarcasm and toughness. This is all backed by a fantastic cast, which is very common with all of John Carpenter's films, and it just helps the film stand out more. It definitely makes it stand above your just normal everyday action films. Firstly, you've got a central character who is phenomenal, and you love watching this character on film. But then all the surrounding cast and characters help raise that up another level. So yeah, cast is top notch. The directing and writing. Now, this film was directed very capably by John Carpenter, and it was written by Kurt Russell and Deborah Hill. So, now Kurt Russell, this is his most well-known character, I would say, that and Captain Ron. But this one, it stands out above the rest, for me anyway. And I feel he did capture the gritty and archaic atmosphere of the original, but what this film does is it falls short in its execution. It does feel more of the same as the original, as it does, the whole setup is the same. Capture Snake, send Snake on mission. Poison Snake, if he doesn't complete it in an amount of time, he dies. So yes, and there is a little bit of a twist though, but whatever. The pacing feels a little uneven in this film, and some of the scenes do tend to drag on for a little bit longer than necessary, a bit like I'm doing at the moment, but yeah, so there's a couple of uneven parts to it which just feel... Anyway, the effects. This was a major thing for me when I first watched this. Back in '96, this film, as a sequel was like, oh yes, this is going to be great. But the effects were... Look, it got a lot of grief over the special effects. It was very early CGI, and the producing company or the company financing it, whatever, the movie company, I don't know what you call them, but it was very early CGI. They didn't know how to use it to its fullest extent. They didn't know how to properly put it into the movie. And back then it just failed. Nowadays, however, rewatching it, I actually had a lot of fun watching watching this film and the special effects. I thought they were really fun to watch. So yeah, it's got that going for it now. Like it's got that almost cuteness to the special effects. Rewatchability is a big thing when it comes to these movies for me because I do like to go back and rewatch them. I have not watched this film in a long time, but going back on it, I don't know why I haven't seen it in such a long time. You could do a back-to-back marathon with Escape from New York and Escape to L.A. and have a great night. So I definitely feel this movie does have a lot of rewatchability. So overall, look, Escape from L.A. is a flawed, but it's an enjoyable action flick. It will mainly appeal to fans of the original and those seeking a bit of nostalgic entertainment, like I said, with those special effects. It's worth watching for Kurt Russell's performance, for sure, and the film's satirical take on society as a whole and government control. But look, do be prepared for the occasional shortcomings for this film. Like I mentioned, it's got a bit of an issue with its certain scenes tending to drag on for a bit, again, like I am doing now. So there you go. Overall, as a score, I would give Escape from LA, look, I was going to give it a 6.5, but you know what? This guy here pops it up to a 7. 7 out of 10. Escape from LA. There you have it. That is my review. Okay, so if you haven't already, I'm going to ask you to do it, but please do give this video a thumbs up, and of course, leave a comment down below if you've seen this film, what you thought of it. You know, I'd like to hear that. You know, I enjoyed it. Did you? Let's find out. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.